Scene, a classroom. Ritesh, may I come in, madam? Mrs. Sen, now, don't you think you are early? Ritesh, pardon, ma'am. Mrs. Sen, I mean, for the second period, you are too early for the second period. Ritesh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm really sorry. I started well in time from home. You won't believe what happened, Mrs. Sen. Hmm. We'll see. Let's hear the story first. What happened? Nothing short of an earthquake, I'm sure. Ritesh, no, ma'am. Really, ma'am. Honestly, ma'am. Mrs. Sen, go ahead, go ahead. Ritesh, I was walking to the school. As usual, I was halfway down the narrow lane that leads to the market. Suddenly, I heard a scream from the main road. Mrs. Sen, and of course, you had to investigate. Ritesh, yes, madam, I had to find out if someone needed help, and sure enough, there was this person lying near the pavement. He was groaning with pain. Mrs. Sen, so you took him to Dr. Jadhav? Ritesh, no, ma'am, I didn't get the chance. Just as I reached that man, another man came running out of the shop there with a packet in his hand, and the shopkeeper also ran out shouting, Chor, Chor, catch him. Mrs. Sen, amazing, quite a handful for you to deal with and all at once. What did you do then? Ritesh, yes, ma'am, but the most amazing thing happened then. That man near the pavement, he too got up and began to run with the thief. Without losing a moment, I ran after them. Mrs. Sen, and then you caught them and took them to the police station? Ritesh, we couldn't do that, ma'am. They just vanished around the corner. All this happened so fast. Mrs. Sen, then why you are late? Ritesh, that's not all. I realized that I had left my bag at the shop in the mad rush. So I ran back to get it. Mrs. Sen, and it wasn't there? Ritesh, no, ma'am, it was there all right, but there was a huge, hairy brown dog sitting on it. I didn't know what to do. Mrs. Sen, interesting. A dog on a bag in a shop? Ritesh, yes, ma'am. Even the shopkeeper was surprised. He didn't know where the dog had come from, how that dog crawled. We tied all kinds of things to make it move, whistling and clapping and showing him the stick, but he wouldn't budge, and I couldn't leave without my school bag. Mrs. Sen, but I see that you got your bag finally. Ritesh, yes, ma'am. Finally, the shopkeeper gave me some biscuits. I offered the biscuits to the dog and lured him away from the bag. Mrs. Sen, okay, so let's say that accounts for 15 minutes. Ritesh, but there's more, ma'am. The poor dog began to follow me to school. It looked so poor and lonely and small. Mrs. Sen, small? Did you say small? Ritesh, I mean young, ma'am. It was big in size, but it was only a puppy, really, and it looked lost. Maybe it was looking for its mother or owner, and I thought it was asking for my help. So I began an inquiry with the other shopkeepers and passers by, but nobody could tell the couldn't leave it behind. Mrs. Sen, and then you found the owner? Who was it? Ritesh, that's the funny part, ma'am. The puppy itself found the owner. It saw someone across the road and just bounded towards the puppy. person. I was so relieved. Then I turned and ran straight to school. Mrs. Sen, good boy. Now that are your good deeds and done, there's something else you can do. There's a story writing competition coming up. Would you like to send an entry? Ritesh. Who, ma'am? Me, ma'am? Now I wouldn't know what to write. I'm not good at making up stories.